All right, before we get into the ugliness, let's just go to Canada for a second. I was on with the Matt Gaetz show yesterday. I was on with Matt Gaetz on the Matt Gaetz show yesterday, and I'm not yet done putting the ostrich scandal on blast. I'm blackpilled on the subject. I don't think there's going to be any justice. I don't think there's going to be any retribution. I don't think there's going to be any meaningful financial, spiritual, moral compensation that is ever going to happen. And I don't actually think enough Canadians are ever going to wake the fuck up and understand what's going on in that country. Brett Weinstein is one of the smartest people on the internet. And I'm not trying to kiss any ass. It's just the way his brain works. You listen to him in the podcast with Rogan. If you listen to his podcasts, the way his brain works is just fantastic. It's amazing. It's empathetic. It's thoughtful. It's critical. And he had this to say, and I agree 1,000% with this. And listen to this.
These are monsters. They are not emotionally healthy people. They are drunk with their goddamn authoritarian power. And this is the warning. First, they came for the ostriches. And the point is, if you don't want this to go any further, that lesson has to do more than just back them off of talking about it in public. They decided to kill these ostriches after they knew goddamn well that there was no health benefit to be had. If they didn't know that to begin with, all of the arguments that many of us made about natural immunity were completely compelling.
Yep.
So why the hell did they have to kill these animals? Right? Why did that have to happen?
Because they could.
It had to happen because they wanted not to set a precedent in which reality allowed them to back off their plans.
Yep. It's a display of power.
Yep. It's a display of power.
I would go one step further, and it's social conditioning. It's to get people used to the slaughter. It's to get people used to this level of government tyranny, government abuse, and inhumanity from government. There are a lot of people, and we'll get into the Charlie Kirk, latest news in a second. But there's a lot of people who believed that it started with the United Health CEO, but the normalizing of extrajudicial executions, assassinations, that the social conditioning of having it pop up in your feed and see it in your mind's eye after you've seen it with your eyes, because there are certain things that once you see with your eyes, you can never unsee them. I'm not going to get graphic. I'm not going to show it. I'm just like from my own life. I know that we've watched. I say I'm not going to lump anybody together with what I've done. I've watched videos on the internet that you cannot ever get out of your mind. Back in the day when Ron Perlman was kidnapped and decapitated. That you watch that you see that video. You never unsee it ever again in your entire life. And I think it breaks a part of you. And in certain circumstances, I think it conditions you to normalize inhumanity. And when you have videos of Irina Zarutska getting brutally and casually murdered on a subway, and that is in your feed, one picture after another, one video after another, and you don't want to see it, and then it comes up there. And then you have the video of the execution of the United CEO, the CEO of United Health. Hey, another person was killed today. It's not a human. It's not a man with a family. It's an evil person who deserved what they got. Scroll along. Come to Charlie Kirk. Oh, what's that? He's a conservative, pacifist, Christian man, father of three, son, political, savvy individual, a man with the brightest future ahead of him. Oh, what's that? He said things I don't like. Oh, so I get to equate him to the United Health CEO because he did bad things? Extrajudicial assassination. Scroll up. So I believe there's an element of social conditioning in this, and it's to get people conditioned to atrocities. Well, this one wasn't as bad as that. Oh, this video wasn't as gruesome as that. Move on. It's just another day in tyranny. So there is a story going around about another place in British Columbia that is allegedly now also facing the scrutiny, the inhumanity, the tyranny, the brutality of the CFIA, and it's called Critteraid. I've reached out to them and I've asked I've asked for details and if they want to come on and talk about it. This is what's going on with Critteraid. I'll just play this here.
Nestled on a 10-acre property in a small Okanagan town, this animal sanctuary is drawing big attention after announcing an outbreak of the avian influenza.
We've never had to navigate anything like this, so the past 15 days has been excruciating, extraordinarily difficult.
Home to a wide range of domestic and farm animals, Critteraid now reeling from the loss of 15 animals, 10 chickens and 5 ducks.
And by the way, did they report them? Probably. They thought they were doing a good thing. What's the government going to do? Kill all the animals. What did you learn? Just like pulling a little Stewie here. Oh, what's that? You got You got a baseball bat? I got a ball. Here, I'll trade you. Oh, now I've got the baseball bat. Now I'm going to knock you over the head. Take your ball. What did you learn? Hey, you called in. You thought you were being good citizens. Now you got to really be good citizens, and you got to let the government kill your animals.
We are under investigation at the moment, and so our quarantine is in full place. And we are at the point where we're doing decontamination.
The ordeal here at Critter Aid began just over 2 weeks ago when a chicken suddenly fell ill and passed away. Another bird died the following day, prompting the organization to do immediate testing.
You know how many people have died from H5N1 flu? What was it, in North America or globally? I forget which. Doesn't really make much of a difference. 6 in 6 years now, since 2020.
Once H5N1 was confirmed, the Canadian Food Inspection Agency's depopulation policy on the exposed premises led to 2 chickens and 5 ducks being euthanized.
Depopulation policy. Talk about social conditioning. Oh, it's just part of our depopulation policy. Oh, what's that? It's chickens? Okay, that's fine. Oh, what's that? It's cattle? Okay, that's getting a little. Oh, what's that? It's my dog. Got to do it. Greater good. Oh, what's that? It's humans now? Depopulation policy. I didn't make that word up.
We were given the choice to do it ourselves or have their disposal team do it. And they deserve that dignity that we did it ourselves.
According to Critter Aid, 12 exposed volunteers were tested and cleared by Interior Health, which stated cases of avian influenza in people are rare.
What would they have had to do to the people if they tested positive? Depopulation, bitches! Sorry, rules are rules. Cases in humans are rare. Kill all the animals, because I'm sure not eating is going to be a greater risk to humans than the not real risk of H5N1, until they finally find a way to tinker with it and modify it so that it actually does the jump from chickens to humans. Like, what they arguably did with the gain of function research on COVID itself.
With only 1 case reported in Canada, adding no risk has been identified to the broader community. The virus primarily affects birds, and the dozens of animals that currently reside in different areas of the sanctuary are not impacted.
There's been no indication and no reference to any of our other animals at this point in time.
News of the outbreak comes just days after the controversial avian flu-related cull of more than 300 ostriches on an Edgewood farm.
Critter Aid is such an important part of this community.
Summerland's mayor expressing both sadness and concern.
Lots of poultry in this community. You just don't want some sort of...
Okay, we've heard enough. And by the way, this is where the government is in a lose-lose situation. They've got to kill them, because if they don't kill all the birds there, so the rumor or the story is now that the peacocks, which have been in isolation on this farm, are slated for depopulation by the CFIA. They've got to do it, because if they don't do it, it shows that there could have been exceptions. And if they do it, maybe people are going to get a little more outraged. Maybe. So it's more of the same in Canada. And it's drunk on power, conditioning humans to live with the omnipresent tyranny of a demonic government. And once you get used to that, there's literally nothing that the government cannot do to you that you will not say, thank you, sir, may I have another? It's for my own good and it's for the greater good. Anyways, I've reached out to the farm. I'll see if they want to come on. Maybe I have not a chip on my shoulder. Maybe I have my own insecurity. I could imagine they don't want to have anything to do with me because I'm rather vocal. Called the RCMP a terrorist organization because I believe it is. Called the Canadian government a terrorist organization because it acts like one. Maybe they don't want to fraternize with me. Maybe they don't want to participate in my activism, but I will certainly shine the big spotlight on this government egregiousness, much like I did with the ostrich farm. There's that. That's what's going on in Canada.